Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to a Forex live trade forecast for cable USD. I'm going to go through certain time frames, the daily, the weekly, the 4 hour, the monthly, the 1 hour, you name it. We're going to do top down analysis on this pair. The day is the 7th of March, 7:45 on a Sunday, just before market open. You're with Tyler from Tyler Trading Tips, and let's just crack right into this, right? We're on the daily time frame here. I have just one indicator up here, the Traders Dynamic Index with one line on. Now this is market sentiment, this line. If it's above 50, we're bullish. If we're below 50, we're bearish in terms of the overall market sentiment. This is a great way to get correlation of time frames to see what's bullish, what's bearish, and you can add them up accordingly. So if we look at the daily time frame, we're in the bullish region. In the weekly time frame, hopping over there, we're above 50 here in the bullish region still. Could this then potentially be a pullback? Potentially, that could be the case. In the monthly chart, we are bearish. We're actually below 50 here. So there is a possibility of mixed bags, but because out of the three higher time frames of Forex, the daily and weekly are still bullish, I would have hope that there is bullish presence still there. Now, if we drop right down to the 4 hour, we can see that we're in a bearish market for this particular market sentiment. We can see that the market sentiment is below 50. That could then, like I say, indicate further bullish, bearish presence there. The 1 hour time frame, we'll look at that too. That is also bearish. And then finally, the 15-minute chart. This is also bearish, but just bearish. We look like we could potentially be about to cross to the bullish presence. So that would indicate some short-term bullish momentum, which would be in line with the daily and weekly. Now, with that in mind, because the two higher time frames are still strong, getting rid of the Traders Dynamic Index now, I'd be looking for bullish presence still. If we just go once more to the daily time frame, we can now start to draw some levels in and have an indication of what's happening. Because on the daily chart, yes, we are grinding slowly but surely upside. Could this just be a pause, a pullback of some sort to continue to the upside again? Which, again, if we are looking for bullish presence on the daily, initial targets will be sell stop liquidity above the 14241 level. And we can also then consider the 1.43 whole significant level to be a fine point of resistance here, which would make sense. You'll take out the daily highs and then attack the whole significant level and potentially go further, right? So if we now just scale out again to our weekly time frame, we can see on the left here that there's also these wicks here on the weekly chart, the highest wick being right here. So that's at 143,767. So that again is just before the whole significant level of 1.44. So we can now also mark this down as a significant area. So we can technically say if this is going to just be a pullback and continuation up, we could be looking at the 1.43 or 1.44 level for the sell stops to be taken. Because we've got to realize on the weekly chart there's sell stops still here from position trading. So now if we just scale back out, we've got all these levels, previous daily time frame high, previous weekly time frame high, which coincide within these whole significant price action levels. Now let's go to the 1 hour chart. This is probably where more retail traders will be looking to get in some entries. Let's just scale out a bit so you can actually see what's going on. So here we have it, right? Here we have it. So since the 24th of February, we've been falling down in a nice downtrend. This is intraday to my opinion. Being as we know that the daily and the weekly have bullish sentiment, as we scale further out, you can see the start of February, we've just been trending all of February. Then to end February, we had a subtle pullback. Now, because that pullback has happened into March, can we get a continuation to take sell stop liquidity out of this wick? I believe this wick has happened here because it was unable to fulfill all the orders of the sells that happened at that level. So we're looking at a whole significant area here again of 1.42. So that's if you wanted to do a very early takeout. If you was to buy this, you could literally look for the 142 level to first take your target. But I believe it will go even further because it will need to take out all the sell stops and fill sell orders that weren't able to grab this wick, which will send price even higher at that point. So from this intraday, weekly, whatever you want to call it, downtrend, we can potentially expect some sort of reversal situation here to say this short-term downtrend is ending potentially where we're at now, the whole significant level of 1.38. So it's ironic that we're landing on these whole significant numbers. I think they do have some really good justice to them as supports and resistance. So now we've landed here. We can see that we could potentially have that. I also allow 50 pips surplus from the whole level, so we can look at 1375. So within this technically zone, now I like to call it, not just a horizontal line but a zone, any price action that was to occur in this region could send this price to the upside. Now, initial targets would be these highs here for day traders, but swing traders would take it all the way to the top. And if we was to realistically get a double bottom situation here, previous daily highs looking at 440 pips to the previous daily structure high there. Okay, and if you wanted to be a bit more aggressive, 500 pips at 1.43 level. So that's where I'm expecting Cable USD to be heading towards at the moment, just because we have more bullish sentiment than I'd say bearish, just because of them higher time frames. This could be the final pull though. After it takes out all of these areas, we could potentially then start to see a reversal situation. Like, I'm not the one to call tops and bottoms here, but the next situation after we go up could be some sort of reversal situation mid-March, something like that, where we've gone to the upside and now there could be a reversal situation all the way back down to take out all the buy stops that would have occurred if we're taking this buy opportunity here at the 1.38 level. So currently looking at a bullish sentiment with Cable USD. I will be looking for longs. We'll see how that plays out. Again, this is just me trying to mystic ball the market, pretty much like everyone else. But we can only see on the day following our own systems and strategies, right? But just to give an overall technical analysis, a point of view, I do see this pair as a bullish market still. I would not be looking to sell this market until it is broke daily regions. If we go back to the daily chart, I will not be looking for sells until we have broken previous structure here, which again is at the 135 level. So if we can break 135 and pull back up, then I'll be looking to sell the market after it's taken out market structural lows here. That would make only sense to me at that point. But while the market is grinding higher and higher and higher, I've got no reason to short this market at all. So that's my current overview of Cable USD. Be great to see what you guys think of this, and if you've actually gained any insight at all about what I target, whole significant levels and their importance as well. But I'm looking for a short-term downtrend to reverse back up into the main swing of the uptrend that is occurring today. So that's all I've got there, folks. Hope you like it. Give it a thumbs up and a comment on your thoughts and feelings over it. I will see you soon. This is Tyler from Tyler Trading Tips, signing out.